Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Tofube from CZT Damy Teng. This is a neat one, and I know I've seen it around, and so I was glad to see this on CZT Stephanie Jennifer's Inktober Tangles list, and yeah, so we'll try it. Okay, first off, this can be whatever kind of grid you want it to be. In the description section, you'll see the For More Inspiration link. Take a peek at that and look at Damy's her step out, and you know the other ideas that she has for the different shapes that you can put this in, and also the inspiration behind it. That I thought was very, very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna do an X. We're just going to divide it, but I'm going to do it weird. This is what I did on my version of the step out. I was like, all right, let's just do, okay, so it's not even, which is perfect. All right, and I'm going off of the edge, which is fun. Okay, so this is one of those where, you know, seen it and then looked at it, and I had to look at it a couple times. And here's my interpretation is whatever grid or reticula that you end up having, what we're going to do is we're going to, look at each section as a separate section. Well, go look at the For More Inspiration link, because she explains it like folding a quilt. And when you think of that, like, oh, okay, and all of a sudden it makes sense. And she shows pictures, so that's what's like, okay, now it makes sense to me. So this is one where, I mean, you can start on any side. I'm going to start here on the left side, and essentially we're going to kind of aura the section, but leaving a big gap. So I'm just going to come here and here, and then try to do the bottom as well. Now you can decide if you want to go in further. You can. I know on mine, I had one, let's just do it with this one. So like I could go, say like, I could go a little further, like that. It's up to you. And so we're going to do that with all of the sections. And if you picture a comforter or thick, a very thick blanket or something, and you're trying to fold it into like this, or we're folding it into a triangle, kind of what's it going to look like, right? Okay, and we're going to do the same thing here. And then I'm trying to, just like a regular aura, but this, a much greater distance, I'm trying to keep between the lines, which is hard. And that one I might just do like that. Well, no. I like it kind of going back. All right, maybe not that one because it's kind of thin. All right, we'll do like that. Okay, and you know what? It's like, well, that kind of, I'm going to take this one up just because it looks weird without it. That kind of looks neat just as it is, right? Okay, now the next step, if you, Allie, shut your ears. Don't look at this one. I think, wait. No, wait. Oh, now I don't remember. Allie, do you not like rounding? Somebody, it's like, oh, that's my nemesis. And now I can't remember. I was, if I've misappropriated it to you, Allie, I apologize. All right. So we're going to do a lot of rounding. And, well, let's just pick here to start. So, of course, like right here in that center. And rounding is, we're just kind of rounding off that corner. Now, here's the interesting thing. Oh, and we can go ahead and we'll do these down here, too. I was just going to focus in on the one section, but since we're down here already, oh, and might as well, let's do this over here too. Okay. And it might not be a bad idea. Actually, let's just do that. To do similar sections. So now we're rounding the initial grid. That's what we're doing. Okay. My brain sometimes likes to have order to things, which sometimes sometimes helps to make sure I get all of the steps. Or it helps me just kind of stay focused on, oh, here's what we're doing. Okay, we're not thinking anything past this, so that's good. All right. And then it's the next step. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. And again, this is one almost every step. It's like, oh, well, that kind of looks cool just the way it is. All right. Now here's what's interesting. Because I was really taking a look at what she did. Because, in these initial strokes, she kind of curves the lines like I've done. And I'm thinking like, well, this is like reverse rounding or something. Because what I noticed is it's almost like here's this edge, and we're gonna make that come to kind of a point and fill it in. So instead of rounding like this, where here's an intersection, right? Here's a corner, and we're rounding that. We're kind of doing the opposite. And again, I'm making mine rather small, and it's just a habit, I think. But do take a look at that for more inspiration. If I could say it again, which I just did, just so you can see it from Damy's hand. Because it's rather interesting. And you know what? Actually, let me go look right now. Because, yeah, because it's kind of a combination of rounding and, say, thickening a bit. Which that's kind of what rounding is. But again, it's not as... I like how she's done it. I'm not quite getting... Well, which is perfectly fine. Not exactly getting what... how she has it, but... just because I think there's different, like here, there we go. It's a little bit thicker coming on off of that end. Anyway, take a look and know that however you do it is perfectly fine. Now, one of the things that I decided to do, let's do all of these. Now, let's do all of these sections first, because what I ended up doing is, because these ends looked a little bit different, and they kind of are, because there's nothing really to round, because it's just the end of a line. And so I decided to make that a separate step. So we're just going to do all of these. And this, too, you could think of it as, it's not, what do I call it, reverse rounding. It's just we're making that point. But if you look at the real life examples of a folded quilt or a comforter, you can see how these gaps are kind of natural in there, and that's where that inspiration is. So, and like I said, in hers they seem to, I keep just being small, but it's gonna look all fine. And you know what the beauty is, I can go back, I can do like that. I can make it thicker. I can make it bigger if I want to. It's harder to go the other way. So if you're a little uneasy with it, just be, number one, knowing you're in good company. And then two, start small. Just do a little bit. And then when it's done, then you can look and say, oh, okay, I think I'm going to do X. And then do it. And know that we're behind you 100%. Whatever you do is going to be great. It almost looks too like, well, and maybe just in the examples, like it's a thicker pen or something too. All right, let's make a corner out of that. And maybe a little rounded instead of it coming to a point is also nice. But those are just little bits that we, that little bit of flair that we each get to put on our own work. That makes it our own work, even though we're doing a tangle that somebody else created. It's still our own little flair. Okay. Oops, and then I have to, oh no, it's just this one. Okay. Let's make that a little, there we go. And All right, I think I've got all the rounding. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Whoever was yelling, you missed one. Got it, got it. Yeah, see, I still think mine need to be a little bit thicker. Maybe for the size that I have this. And then two, you can always go back and redefine the lines as well. So if you're feeling like, yeah, I want it to be just a little bit more bold, a little bit more thicker, you can always, I've even come back with a thicker pen. Although for right now, just running it over again with what I have seems to fit. Okay, now as I mentioned, these ends, here's what she did. She kind of, oops, wait, no, she made it more of a, like that. Sorry. It doesn't matter because I'm going to fill it all in. So it was curved a little bit, like that. So let me do that again in case you missed it. All right, so from here on the end, it's a little curve line, kind of going away from the line, right? And then we're making a triangle back in, so that way we've created the corners that we are now rounding. Like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to maybe thicken all of mine. This could maybe, there we go. And like I said, the beautiful thing about this, it is forgiving because, you know, like this, oh, I can extend that line out a little bit because, you know, it's my work. I can do what I want. Oh, there, I got them all. Okay. So you get it. And okay, oh no, let me just get this one big line. And I really, next one I do. I don't know, well, we'll see what I do with the shading. And I'm just going to redefine these just because also sometimes when I do the rounding, it leaves little bumps. And so I like to have it kind of blend in to the line. But that is just me. And then usually when I do that, you know, it's never exactly right on. So that in and of itself thickens it. Let's make this come up a little further. So you play however you want, however you see it fitting in. Now, on the shading part, what it looked like to me, although, well, let's see. Let's just go on the inside. And if it spills out to the outside, that's fine too. So the inside of the spiral. And I also noticed that she didn't do anything on those lines. But of course, however your eye sees it, do it. Because the way I saw it, she had some that it kind of went on both sides of the line. Oh, but look at how neat that is. Oh, it's so cool. I always get so thrilled when it comes to the shading part. Because it's so neat. Now, I suppose, you know, this could be patterned fabric. So if you wanted to tangle in there, of course, you know, that is completely up to you. I'm also picturing maybe, yeah, if I did it like on a little bit, like a smaller grid or something. And then too, this is a triangle. So she has some of her examples. It's in a square or a rectangle. I think she has one, you know, where it's kind of in an orb or something like that. But I think if you just follow the basic idea of a very wide aura, and you know, it'll fit into any shape that you want to fit it in. There we go. It's just, I don't know. I find it rather neat. I really, really do. And I'm almost thinking, could shade Well, because if these guys were piled together, right? Here, let's just, because it's bothering me. Oh, we could go on both sides. And I'm not being very neat either about it. Oh, and you can barely see it. Wait, let's see. Let me move this. Oh, yeah, you can barely see it. I can see it. And I'm just using what's left on the Tortillion. That's what you can, now you can see it a little bit. And if you do that, if you do the using of what's left on your Tortillion, just make sure to spin it a little bit, to get all of the different sides. There we go. This is just a little bit lighter. Graphite adds a little something to it. Really cool. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I've mentioned the description section like 100 times already. One additional item there, besides the step outs, is my Linktree link. And there you will find everything that you want. If you would like to connect, if you would like to come and tangle with me online, we would love to have you. So there are links in there. One specifically that says, if you want to follow me for classes, it's the Eventbrite link. But also, if you click on the Facebook icon, that takes you to my page. And you can follow that also if you happen to be on Facebook for classes. I am someday I'm going to, figure out a good schedule or a good method for me to get back to posting on Pinterest and Instagram and stuff. And I'm working towards that. But I have some things there. I do check it. I just haven't, I've got out of the habit of posting, and boy, sometimes it's hard to just get back in the swing of things. All right. One additional item there that I want to mention is that we have a Tangle Addicts community group on Facebook. So if you'd like to join us there, click the link and then answer the 4 questions, and that's it. And that'll get you in. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.